So today we are going to see the CRUD operation with the help of reactive forms module. Earlier we have gone through CRUD operation, insertion, form, edit form, everything we have done, but we have done with the help of two-way data binding. This time we are going to do it with the help of reactive forms module. So first step in reactive forms module, that is the best approach of form validation in Angular 6. We have two approaches. One is reactive forms module, that is super, and other is template based form validation, that we will see later on. In reactive form validation, we have to import a reactive forms module. So whenever we are implementing form validation in our Angular 6, first step is to import reactive forms module, and then you have to declare it inside the import sections. After that, I have created a new component, product log, and we know that once we create a component, four type of files gets generated. First, a folder gets created. Inside one CSS, HTML, TSS and spec.txt gets created. Now, what to do? Inside this component, first of all, I want to create a product form. So private is access specifier, private, public, protected. Private, and I am taking product form I am taking. But this product form is actually handling the form, so we have to put here form group. And this form group is actually present inside this @Angular/form. Now we have to create a constructor, because the first function to be invoked inside any of the class or component or service or directive is the constructor. First control goes to the constructor, then it goes to the ng on changes, and then it goes to the ng on init, and then ng do check, and so on. We will see it later on. Inside constructor, we are going to initialize our product form. But wait, what methodology we want to adopt? Actually, for form initialization also we have two type of ways. First, we are creating inside form group, we are using new form control. Either we can initialize each field with the help of new form control, or we can initialize with the help of form builder. But form builder is one of the most appropriate and easy way, where you do not have to initialize the object for each of the fields. So form builder we have to inject inside our constructor, because generally the dependency injection inside Angular 6 always takes place with the help of the constructor. So private underscore fb, any variable name you can take. I am taking fb means form builder. Here I have taken form builder. Once we have taken form builder, then what we are doing? We are doing this dot form group equal to, we are taking, and this dot underscore fb dot group. Why group? This is a simulation that we are trying to put all our fields inside the same group. Now here go, and once again, because one of API I am running on nodejs, because to interacting with this server you need some server, and here we are using nodejs server. You are trying to insert some record, you are trying to update some record, you are trying to delete, or whatever activity you want to do. There should be a server who will handle all your requests. So the model, the object that we want to handle with our form is this product object, and it contains name, cost, image, brand, color, support. So actually we are going to create a form which contains all these fields there. So first is name and cost. So go here and take first of all name. So this will be equal to this dot. So this will be equal to this square bracket. The first one is the default value. There will be a field name, but what value you want to initialize with that particular field? That is null. I don't want the field to be initialized with something. And here will be the validation. So only one validation I am applying here, that is for require. But apart from require validation, we can apply min length, max length, pattern, all those things we can apply there. So only one validation I am applying, validators dot required, then comma, other is cost. Again for cost I am applying the same thing, that is validators dot required, and then we have a name, cost, and here you can see on one other editor we have opened that model, name, cost, image, brand, color. So I am taking name image, brand, color, right? Image, brand, color, and support. So go here and type here support. Perfect. Now what we have to do? Simply we have to paste the same type of validation, because for each and every field we want only required validation, nothing extra. That is done. My product form object gets created along with the required validation. Now I have to go towards the HTML page, and here first of all I am putting what? I am putting add product, that is add product form. Now here I am taking div class equal to call dash lg-12, that is the bootstrap class. I think all are aware of that. Inside that I am taking div class equal to form group. Inside form group we have to take a label, that is again a bootstrap standards are there. First is name, and then we have a input form control name equal to what? Equal to form control name equal to name, because in the form I think all are aware that we have the field name as name. So we have to bind it with the directive form control name, because we want some type of CSS. So as we know in bootstrap we are using form control as a class for the input field. Again we are copying these things, copy this and paste other one, that will be cost, and here we are putting the cost. Then again we have name, cost, and then we have color. Let's go here, name, cost, image, brand, and color. So put here image, and then copy this thing, image, brand, put here brand, and then we have a color. Go here and put here simple this color. Now how many fields? 1 2 3 4 5 fields we have, and on the TS file we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6. Support is one more there, so let us put this support as well. Earlier we have done the same example, but we have done the same example with the help of two-way data binding, but now we are doing with the help of proper validation with the help of reactive forms module. Here we have a support, and put here support. Now let us create a button as well. So I am pasting this thing, but this time there will be no input or label. Simply we have a button, and assigning the class button dash primary, and put here save product, and then after save product we have a click event, and I want to call a function. The name of function is save product. That's all. But one thing we are missing, we have used the form control name, but we haven't created the form up to now. So what we are going to do, everything we are trying to put inside the form, because this is the actual form validation. Earlier we are using only jugaad, we are only just anyway we are using two-way data binding, and we are trying to interpret the thing. And the demerit earlier is that in edit, if you have remembering, whenever we are changing the text field, the table data is also changing. That is, we are learning phase, but now we are moving forward, we are actually using all actual form validations we are using. Here we have a log form group, that is a directive. We are using the property binding here, form group, and we are trying to bind it with which object? We are trying to bind it with the object product form. Go here and paste here product form. Now copy these things and then go to the here and just close this particular form. Perfect. Once we have done with this, let us open your and you can see without any error we are just trying to display all the forms in proper manner. Now one idea I do have, let us apply the validation over here. So how we are going to apply? Let us go here and because we already have the required validation, so put here div star ng if, that is a structural directive used to check condition. If star ng if is true, then it creates the DOM element. If star ng if is false, then it removes the DOM element. Equal to, and this I am putting here. What I am putting? What is the name of our form? Of course, the name of our form is product form. So product form dot get, and which field I want to get? For currently I am just working on name field. Dot errors. So I don't want to display all error at once. So I am checking first of all if inside my product form, inside the name field, if it is any error, then come inside it and then display the error. It doesn't mean that once you open your page and cut in every 6 field you are seeing the error. So if there is any error, then it goes inside this particular div condition and it will display everything. But one more requirement is there. One is if error will be there, other if you are touched. So we have multiple states of our text field that you can see. The state will be touched, valid, invalid, pristine. Pristine means when you haven't done anything, then it is in pristine format. When you have touched it, then touched it, untouched. And then valid, if your form is completely valid, means because for now we have applied required validation. So if you have put something inside the text field, means your things are not empty, then from invalid you will move toward the valid state. And other requirement is that product form dot get which field I want to get. Of course, name field dot touched. It means that if my field is touched, then what I have to do? Then again I have to print the messages. We may have multiple validation, so we may have multiple messages as well. For now, because we have put only required validation, so we have only one message that is required. Star ng if, now again I have to check. What I have to check? I have to check product form dot get. I want to refer first of all this name and dot. So product form dot get, I am referring to name. Errors if is of required, then what we have to do? We have to put a message here that name required, product name required. Earlier we were also doing these things, but we are not actually have much more feasibility for validation. But now we have ready-made methods, mean length, max length, pattern, and our function is doing everything for us. So one more thing I want to do, because I want my errors to be in red color, so I am applying style equal to color, and here will be red. And just format the document, go here, and first validation you can see that, oh my god, what? Okay, so go here, and it is REQ UI already required. Go here and let us see our first validation. I am going here, that's perfect, first name required. Now go here again and apply this same thing for other fields. So I am copying this thing and I am going toward this particular cost, and nothing we have to do, simply we have to put here cost, and here we have to put here cost, and again here we have to put cost, and then required is same, and cost is cost required. Okay, cost required, perfect. Now go towards this particular section, copy these things again, and then inside image also below input field I am putting all those things, but the only thing that is required is we have to put here image. Copy this one and paste everywhere, because now you are working on the image field. Paste it down, image required. Right now copy these things again and go to the brand. Go to the brand. Inside brand, put first brand required. And I think now it's very much clear that here we have to put brand. Go here, put here brand. And put here brand. Okay, brand required. Again copy these things, Control C, go to the color and then support. Here I am putting color required, and then here we have color, here we have color, and again here we have a color. Here we have a color. Perfect, color required, and here also we have to put color. Okay, now least but not so copy this and put again a last validation over the support. So here I have to put support. Copy this support and go toward this one support, and here you have to put support, and here you have to put support. Perfect. Once you have done, let us open the browser and see, because it automatically recompiles everything and you can see the latest thing. So name required, cost required, image required, brand required, color required, and support required. So we have to change one text there. Go here and put support required is already there. Okay, let me check. It's a support, form control support, here it's a support, here it's a support, and support required. Okay, this is perfect. But why it is coming here? Okay, go here and perfect. Now I also want one thing. Until and unless my forms is totally valid, I want this button to be disabled. So what I have to do, go here and go to the button, and you have to use property binding. Property binding for which one? Disabled. So this is disabled is already a property of our button tag. So square bracket means property binding, and what we are putting here, not product form, not product form dot valid, means up to the time it is not valid, it should be disabled. So go here and then see it's a disabled. Now once I put anything, I am putting anything, tab this. Now you can see from disabled it is going to enabled. Now I have to save this thing, so I have to invoke a method, and I think we have already created a method, save product. So let us create this inside this one. Go here, save product. First of all, our requirement is to see whether we are able to see the form or not. So just print this dot login form. Sorry, not this dot product. This dot product form dot value. It will give you an object which contains all the fields that we have inside the form. So let us go here. So first of all, put something, and I am putting all those things because for now I have applied only required validation, and save. Perfect. We are getting the complete object hierarchy. Now we have to call the post method now. So earlier we have seen that generally we create a service, and inside service we are passing everything, right? So I think we have already service gets created here. I have already okay, I think the service we haven't created. Okay, fine, no problem at all. So I am calling the API here only, but to calling the API we need HTTP module. So here inside the constructor I have to inject private, and here HTTP colon HTTP mod HTTP only. Okay, now this HTTP is present inside the @Angular/HTTP package or library. Now because we have done with the dependency injection, we have to go here and we have to put this .http .post we have to do, and first of all we have to pass the URL. So http ://localhost 3000 port /API/. Fine. So we have to just check for what is the API. So I am going towards my nodejs server and trying to find out. So the post is post is something like this, products/products, and port number we are running on 3000. So let us go here and 3000/API/products, and here what we have to pass the complete body, that is this dot product form dot value. And because this particular method, this particular post method is returning observable, so to capture it we have to use the subscribe method. And again subscribe method has three hooks, one is response, another is error, and third one is after completion. So for now let us just go with the response and the error. Console.log the error is, and here you can see the error, and response here we are getting, so console.log the response is, and here it is the response, and format this one. Go here and then let me to put something I have put here, and the Chrome load request protocol HTTP, okay fine. So let me to check. The thing is that HTTP protocol I have applied wrong protocol, there will be HTTP protocol. So go here and I am putting, and this save, perfect, responses gets added successfully, perfect. Because in this case I am not displaying the messaging and all those things because we already have done with that. But one more thing is required is that after the submission I want this form to be empty. So what we have to do? We have to reset this. To reset this we have to use the patch value. So go here and after this one what we are going to do? We are going to do this dot, our is product form dot patch value, okay, and here we are putting this one, means name I am putting as empty, and then cost I am putting as empty, and then image I am putting as empty, and brand we are putting as empty, and color we are putting as empty, and support we are putting as empty. That's good. Let us run this one. Another time when we have gone here, we have put B, and once you save this, perfect, and here you are getting the empty form, right? But still once you empty this will ask about the, so better approach is to redirect the page to the new page, means a list page, because everything we are doing on the same page, because it's a good that we have now applied the form validation. But generally what happens, once you insert anything it goes towards the list page, that once you insert anything it goes towards the list page, and new entry you will see inside the top of the list, right? Now other thing is that let us first create the display the list, and then click on the edit and try to send those data to this particular form. So let us create a list. For that what I am going to do, here is our product HTML. After this particular div, this one, again we are creating call lg12 and we are putting our table there. So div class equal to table, and we have to apply table heading. Here we are putting name, and then we are putting, after name we are putting cost, and then we are putting the brand, and that's all. Means a few columns I am displaying, not total column. And now we have to go here and tr star, actually a structural directive that is used to iterate over the array. And here I am taking let product of products, and here we have multiple cells. Multiple cells means 1, 2, 3. At least for now we are taking the 3 cells. So go here, second and third. Now first of all we have to initialize product so that we can iterate through our application. So let us go to the product.component.ts and create a method here, get products. Again, inside this one, what we have to do, just copy everything, or I'm doing from phrase. This dot http is a service that we have injected inside the constructor, and now it became the data member of the class. Because it became the data member of the class, so we are accessing it with the help of this operator. Any data member of the class can be accessed with the help of this operator. And here we have a get method, and here we are invoking this one. Already API we have checked it is working. And then because it only get method contains only one parameter, so we have to apply subscribe, and inside subscribe we have one response, and then we have one error. Very good. We can also apply the after completion, but we are not applying here. Okay, and response, what is response? So put here console.log, and we're putting the response is, and here I am putting res. But this method never called automatically, because function are the reusable containers that we need to call from our side. They are not invoked automatically. Only in this case constructor and ng on init gets invoked automatically. We do not need to call it explicitly from our code. And now let us go here and inside constructor and invoke this particular method to initialize whatever we do have there inside the get method. So I'm going here and trying to refresh the page, and you can see that in line number 58 we are getting this one. So line number 58, where is line number 58? Line number 58. Oh. Line number 58. Okay, wait. We are inside product component. The response is this get products we have invoked. Product log we are working on. Okay. The response is this, fine. So what we have to do in actual, the response is we have to put .json. We have to convert this object into JSON, and now again try to invoke this one, and here we are getting the response. I think we will get response as well, and this is the response. Perfect. We are getting the response, right? Now this response we want to bind. So if you want to bind anything, what is required? The data member we have to create inside our class. Only if you are creating data member, then only you can bind it with the HTML. So let us go to the class and create here private, and here will be products, and it will be of any array type. Perfect. We are doing everything, but now we have just promoted towards the form validation, reactive form validation from the two-way data binding. In most of cases, we are only using the two-way data binding, because here we can apply proper validation and everything. Now let us bind this one on your HTML part. So go here, and here we have to use what? So first is product dot name, and let's go there, and so I'm just going over it. Okay, and this is the object, and here we have a name and everything. Okay, but here it is not coming. Why it's not coming? Let us see here. So div class is equal to table. Okay, and what is this? This is the form. Let product of let us one thing. Let us create one more thing. Div class equal to call dash lg dash 12 to put it here, and control X, and table will be here. Okay. Table is there, right? Table, and here it will be table. Here it will be table. Now table is started, table close, and here we have closed this particular one. And let product of products and product dot name. Let us go here and do this. Refresh it. Okay. Product and here it is products. Fine. So products we okay. So this dot products equal to, we are taking res dot json directly we are putting here. Perfect. Now we have initialized the data member and we can be able to use either string interpolation or whatever we want to do. So first list is coming. We have also seen how to paginate through the list. We are using ngx paginator, we have seen it, but for now I am not using all those things because we already know this thing. Now course in front, and let us do with the edit section. Go here, and second one is cost. So put here product dot cost, and then put here product dot cost, and then we have brand. So put here brand, and now you can see here everything is populating very fine. But I think this time we can apply some loader also, because it's taking some time, so that we can be able to see the loader. Fine. So loader, what we have to do, please see here. So the thing is that two things happens. Once the things are populating, then you have to show some loader, and once things gets populated, then again two things will happen. Either data is there or data is not there. So what we have to do, first we have to take a spinner. So here I am going and I am taking private load spinner, that is of boolean type, and here I am taking it as a first of all false. But once I am calling get products, so I am putting this dot load spinner I am putting as true, because once page it's going to the get products load, and once everything got inside this, then you have to close the that one. So I am putting it as true, and once things are done, once things are done, or you can apply this one after completion of this API. What you can do, this dot product spinner is equal to false. Perfect. So once it enters inside it, the spinner starts loading, and in this get method maybe it takes 50 millisecond, 1000 millisecond, 2000 millisecond. But once it done, then I have to close the spinner and I have to display the tabular format or the data. Now from where we are getting this particular spinner, let us go here and put here loader spinner online. So loading.io I am putting here, and go over it. For now I am taking very simple loader, that is this one I am taking. Okay, and fine, this one, perfect, this one, and I am just copying, you know what, I can copy CSS as well, there is no problem. Either you can download icon or you can just go for CSS. Let us copy this CSS only and go here, and this is the CSS we do have. Okay. Okay, so I am copying this CSS, and what I am doing, so let us one thing, first copy this CSS. This is the CSS and above is HTML. So I am copying complete CSS up to this, and because I am working on which component, because I am working on this particular product log, copy that CSS here for the loader spinner. Perfect. Now go to the HTML. So this style we have copied. Okay. Now the HTML we need is this one. This is the HTML. So copy this one. So now what we have to do, go to the product log.html, where actually we need to show that particular spinner. So go here and do one thing. First thing is that we don't have to do anything with add product. I don't want to touch this, but I want to do something with this particular thing. Inside this call LG12, either there will be a spinner or there will be a table. So I am creating two divs again. Div star ng if what? If we have a If not load spinner, I think we have created load spinner, a data member, and close it here. Close it here. Okay, I think we have done with that. This is load spinner. So one is, if load spinner is not there, then this table will display. But if load spinner is there, div star ng if equal to what? When load spinner is true. So I am putting load spinner. If load spinner is true, because when it goes inside get method, the loader get start, and until and unless you are getting complete record from the get method, the loading and loading will go on. And inside this we will paste what? That same HTML for load spinner. Go here and format these things, and let us now go here to our spinner, this one. You are saying, okay, this is this thing. Okay, load spinner is coming, that is fine, but data is not coming. Why? Because this is the load spinner. Perfect. I think we have taken a TS file as load spinner, SPI spinner, and this HTML page, I think this is the, okay, so load spinner starts from here. Oh my god, we haven't closed it. So close it here. Okay, and then this is closing of this one, and this is the closing of this one. Perfect. I think it is working very fine now. Format document. Go here and go to this and this. So once you load, first of all it will tell you it's a loading, and then data gets populated. Now let us create the edit section and then just populate the whatever thing we have done. So one more TD will be there, that will be for action. So I am creating here button, and I am putting button class equal to button, and then button dash primary. That is the normal CSS class for Bootstrap, and here I am putting edit. Now on this particular click action, what we are doing here, we are putting edit product, and of course here we are passing product because I want to display that on the form. Now everything is fine, but I think in table heading also we have to put one more heading, that will be of action, what action we want to perform here. Now go to the TS file and create edit product, and here we are passing the product, and now I need to display over the form there, but form we can't use two-way data binding like this dot product is equal to something, because we don't have data member, we have the form object now. So we have to use this dot product form dot patch value, and inside patch value what we can do, we can here put simply, because I have to pass object only, right? An object I am getting inside this product, because the product is already an object containing name, brand, cost, everything. So but always remember that inside the patch value we have to pass the object, and we know this is the object. Now let us do this. Go here and it's loading. Perfect. You can apply all pagination there. You can apply all the messaging system that we have earlier seen how to apply messaging system. Simply you have to click on this edit and see, it's a wow. Everything is coming very perfectly. So here we are using form validation and everything with the help of what? With the help of, and the things who are not valid, it is showing error also. So until unless you haven't filled it, you cannot be able to save it. Currently I am not creating this delete because this is not in our scope. We are only learning here how to apply form validation, how to save it, and how to reset it with the help of the patch value.